Hey everyone! So this is going to be one video, all 12 signs, messages for February 2020. I've never done something like this before, and Haunted Whispers suggested maybe some more not life path number or astrology readings. So I thought I'd test the waters and just give short, concise, quick messages for February for each sign. So the timestamps are going to be down below for each sign, so you can check, your sun, I guess your moon, your rising if you want, see what resonates with you. I might try to discuss some of the transits going on and how they might be affecting you, but yeah. And it, we'll keep it light. I want to say a really huge thank you to Melissa. Thank you so much for getting me this off the wish list. So much. I've already messaged you on Instagram, so check it if you're watching this and you haven't, because I think you have to approve the message coming in, so we can talk about setting up a reading for you. Just throwing that out there. But thank you so much. I can't wait to use this. This is like one of those ones that I've been really wanting for a long time, so I can't wait to use it. Unfortunately, it came when I was on Pisces, when I was shuffling Pisces, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use it for this reading, but we'll see it in future readings. And yeah, again, thank you very much. So, timestamps are down below, guys. I'm wishing you all a very beautiful, wonderful, happy, loving, great February. Okay, my Aries. My fellow Aries. I'm an Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Mercury, and Aries Venus. So, yep, I've got it covered with the Aries. And, yeah. So, let's see what we've got for February. We took one tarot card for just an overall energy, and we've got the Page of Cups. So, that's, a good sign of feeling really hopeful and excited about something. I think it represents kind of that, excitable Aries energy that we have sometimes where we get into something. Although this guy doesn't look that excitable, does he? No. Oh god, my ring light. Okay, there we go. So let's see here. We've got Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Let go of resentment. Identify your health-related fears. The Crumbling. Come to the edge. And I advance through my own abilities. First, okay, I definitely see an emotional starting point kind of for a lot of the Aries here that are going to be watching here in the month of February, because we have that Page of Cups, which is the start of a new suit, of the Cups suit, and it's kind of the most, it doesn't mean the most immature energy, but yes, it's the most, youngest in terms of whatever it's centered on, okay? Like, whatever the focus is on. So I do feel like maybe you're starting over emotionally for some of you, or starting a new journey emotionally. Yeah. And, the Squirrel Spirit right here is saying to believe in yourself. Believe that you can accomplish this. Believe that you can do whatever is going on with you. For some of you, I do see some things. I do definitely see that there is a questioning of your abilities in some way. That I'm seeing as a general thing here. We're clinging on to something. Aries people are clinging on to something that's falling apart, honestly. It's not worth clinging on to this idea or whatever it is in your life. We have two cards here from I think it's the Wisdom of Healing, or for healing cards. Thank you, Deborah, for these. You got these from the wish list. And thank you, Shiley, for these. And thank you, Jack, for these, and thank you, Samantha, for these. This deck. Okay, sorry. Let go of resentment and identify your health-related fears. So, for some of you, you might be trying to start over in terms of getting over resentful feelings that you've had. Maybe you're trying to close off relationships that made you feel resentment or made you feel bad about yourself, and you're trying to just start over and focus on other things. If you're not, and you have been clinging on to a situation that is crumbling, I feel like it's telling you, to kind of go in a new direction. Don't be scared. We have come to the edge, so not to be scared of what's ahead of you. And believe that you can do it. And we have I advance through my own abilities. Again, there might be certain ways you're not believing in yourself. Not understanding, how strong you actually are. Because you do have a lot of abilities. And I feel like you're going to be on a path to discovering it, or you should start this path in the month of February. We have, so we have let go of resentment. Let's just go ahead and we'll read the back. So acknowledge one resentful feeling you need to release, and keep it in mind that all types of resentment are poison and harm the healing process. Your goal, to become mindful of your reasons for staying angry and to begin letting go of negative feelings by the end of the day. So, finding ways in which, you've been resentful, and where, poisoning your own self with maybe resentment about situations, about people, just realizing that that's part of life, that we need to just kind of get going with it, move on. You have the ability to it, to do that. And then we have, by the way, identify your health-related fears. So, ask yourself if you're afraid to heal. Your conscious mind may say no because that's the logical reply. But this question is for that deeper part of you, your emotional self, which might have developed fears about becoming healthy. Your goal, to explore whether you have deep-seated reasons to want to postpone healing. And healing doesn't have to be just like, physical healing. It could be emotional healing. It's hard to let go of things, It's hard to take a chance. And when you know something's crumbling and a way of life is not going well, whether it's your health, your physical health, it's your mental health, it's relationships, it's job situations you're in, I think that February is a time where you need to focus on what you've been clinging on to, what you haven't wanted to let go of, why you're afraid to let go of that. For many of you, I feel like it could be maybe a lack of belief that you can do it, that you can keep up with it, that, you could, for some of you, it could be, not believing in your own abilities to get over this situation. But you can do it, I promise you. So, I don't want to make these too long. I don't want to waste anybody's, time. I want it to be kind of a quick, concise message. If it resonates with you, please let me know below, guys. And I wish you a very, very happy February. And, let go of that shit that's falling apart. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Get on that edge and just go for it. Okay? Take care, guys. Hello, my Taurus friends. So let's see what's coming up for you kind of in February. This is going to be pretty short and sweet. I'm not going to be going into too much detail, just kind of giving a general overview, just because there are so many of these type of readings out there, and I feel like, just specific messages that could be relevant to those that are drawn to this. So we've got, as your overall energy, the Emperor, and then we have surrender to the divine, divine plan, and ever unfolding rose. I affirm that all life is sacred. I invoke laughter, thinker, and sing your own song. So let's see what we've got for you in February. So definitely with the Emperor energy, you're going to be, in a strategic mode, trying to take control of your life. And for some of you, I feel like, there's going to be a lot of energy and thinking about how to take control of your life. A lot of stuff on your mind in terms of where you're going with your life, what you're doing. For some of you, it might be that you felt that things have been a little bit out of control for you lately. You don't know exactly how to take back the control in some ways, and it's like trying to figure out how to do that. Also, we have, with the Canary Spirit, sing your own song. So I feel like some of you as well could have somebody in your life that's maybe made you question some of your goals. And I think this is an affirmation of, the fact that you should be singing your own song. You should be, taking control of your life. It's the right thing to do. And as well with the Emperor energy here, I'm seeing that perhaps some of you, like I said, maybe not feeling in control, not really know what's going on. There might have been a lot of things going on for you lately where it's just like, what is the purpose of this? What is the meaning? Why is this happening to me? And we have that card, surrender to the divine. So today's lesson, identify one fear that you need to surrender unconditionally into the hands of the divine, with the emphasis on unconditional. This prayer can truly change your life. Your goal, to lift the burden of fear from your soul. For some of you, it might be fears of not having control, not knowing what's going on with you. With Taurus energy, I have Taurus Mars, so I know, there can be a lot of hanging on, or trying to, having control over a situation, maybe feeling as if things are a little bit out of control at this moment. And I feel like you're going to be grappling with that, but then also, you know, realizing as well, for some of you, that it could be that, you know, you want to sing your own song. You have some kind of idea that maybe isn't, you have something in your life that maybe you're afraid that people wouldn't accept, or it might not be, you know, something that would look good to others. I don't know, it depends on what it is, but there might be something where you feel like you have to, you need to be, you know, you're afraid maybe to be a little bit more unique. There we go, that's what I'm trying to say. And then we have, let's see, so we have that surrender to divine, and then we have the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And I feel like anything that has been kind of going wrong in your life, or maybe you haven't felt in control and you're trying to gain back that control in your life, it's kind of something that's happening for you. You kind of have to just trust in the divine plan. And that kind of might be what the surrender to the divine is as well, is, you know, just surrendering to the fact that this is a plan, you know, for you, and it's happening for you. Things are opening up for you. And then we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus. So seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I do feel like there's some divine plans going on in your life right now. And it's kind of all part of that process to help you perhaps become a little bit more unique, to change some of the ways you think, some of the ways where you try to control your own life, where you're not giving in to perhaps a divine plan at times. And then for your affirmations for the month, we have, I invoke laughter, and I affirm that all life is sacred. So I definitely feel like you should be trying to, you know, focus more on laughter and having fun this month. Taking things not so seriously. Don't be too serious with this Emperor energy, you know what I mean? Let yourself have some rest, have some fun. And then with that, if I affirm all life is sacred, it could be, you know, understanding and opening your eyes more to what's been happening to you and how it might actually be for the best. I encourage you to like look back at other times of your life where you felt like you weren't in control, and maybe things ended up working out a certain way, that, you know, a way that they were meant to work out. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we don't understand it at the time until, you know, later on when we look back in retrospect. And there might be, ways where you're trying to get your life back on track, but it was kind of like whatever kind of maybe threw you off track was something that was meant to happen, so that you could grow a little bit, you know, change, perhaps, gain some of your own independence for some of you. Or this could be even a separate message as well, just about remembering to stay unique and to do what you like doing, and not what other people like. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus, and I hope that this resonates with you. If it does, let me know down in the comments below, and I'm wishing you a wonderful, beautiful, happy, healthy, all the good things February. Hello, Geminis. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing wonderful. I hope that you guys are going to have a wonderful month ahead of you. Let's kind of look up into the energies that are popping up for you and see what you can expect kind of coming towards you in February, and what you need to kind of work on and get going. So we have the Page of Coins as your overall energy from the tarot. And you know, the Page of Coins, the Page of Coins talks about, you know, setting up goals for stability, you know, beginning goals, and being in the energy of learning and creating a more stable future for yourself. So I do feel like that's something you guys could be starting a new job for some of you, I feel like, or starting some kind of new venture, or at least, you know, starting something new in regards to your health, or, you know, something that is a little bit more physical in nature. Could be and is tied in some way to health or resources, finances, studying, that kind of stuff. Things that will bring you, you know, stability in your life, physically. So we have Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. So some of you could be going through some kind of a rebirth in the month of February. And we have exchanging gifts. Oh, we have another. Oh, I forgot that you had 2 tarot cards come out. So you have also the 8 of Cups. So walking away from things that are no longer serving you. I keep my own counsel. Trust the niggle. Take steps to get healthy. And round and round. Okay, so let's look. So yeah, with this Eight of Cups here, with the Page of Coins, I feel like you are walking away from something that's been emotionally draining you in some way. There's definitely a prayer here for the better, that things can get better if you walk away from this. And it could be many different things. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be, certain habits that you have or certain things that are tying you down. But I feel like you're finally turning your back on anything that's been kind of weighing you down and trying to, go off on a new adventure with the prayer and the hope that it could become something wonderful eventually. And let's see, yeah, so definitely there is, a rebirth coming. And I feel like many of you have been getting some kind of niggling feeling. We have the trust to niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So there could be, a feeling that you've been having lately where you just know this isn't right for you. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. And it needs to change in some way. And we have that round and round, which, talks about, going in cycles, going in this, circles. And it's like it could have been some kind of repetitive behavior, some kind of habit that you just you couldn't get out of, or relationship that you couldn't really get out of. But there are different ways that this can manifest, because this is a general reading, but definitely some kind of cycles that you've been in, for sure. And then we have take steps to get healthy. So think about one aspect of your physical health that you've been neglecting or avoiding, and ask yourself why you've been doing so. Perhaps your diet needs to change, or you need to exercise more. Your goal, by the end of the day, commit to that new step, or identify why you're choosing to sabotage your healing. There could be some self-sabotage that you're walking away from. There might have been ways that you were holding yourself back. Maybe to others or yourself, but there's definitely probably ways that you've been holding yourself back in terms of moving forward and creating a better life for yourself. And I feel like in February you'll be taking those steps to get healthy. And if you're not, then you're definitely encouraged to be doing that. It doesn't even have to be physical health, as in working out and stuff like that and going on a diet. It really could be in many different areas of your life, having healthy relationships, having healthy, boundaries and friendships, or having healthy, a healthy mindset. You know what I mean? For some of you, it could be trying to get rid of anxiety with that round and round. It kind of reminds me of those round and round thoughts that tend to plague people, when they have anxiety. So there could be some energy in that. And then we have, I keep my own counsel. So remembering that at the end of the day, it's you that you answer to. And that's the most important thing. You don't have to worry about answering to other people. You need to answer to yourself only. And not hold on just because, you don't want to let go of something, or, you know what I mean? Just realizing that, you have this power within you to answer to only yourself. And at the end of the day, you have to make your own self happy. And we have exchanging gifts. So let's see. I would like to look at the guidebook on this and just see kind of what the general message is here. I know that I don't want this to be too long. I'd like to keep it under a few minutes, but let's see. Exchanging gifts. So, the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. So it kind of does go along with this counsel. Like, I keep my own counsel, realizing what giving when you need to give, when you want to give, and honoring this exchange here, but in your own way, way that makes you feel good. So I feel like there is going to be some changes that you make in terms of, with this bat spirit, again, overall changes in some way that you're behaving lately, or things that you've been, maybe emotionally attached to in some way. So definitely it looks like a good month for you. And I feel like many of you already know what this is with that niggle card. I feel like many of you probably are already aware of what you kind of need to take more control of and, you know, get out of any unhealthy cycles that you've been in. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you, Geminis. I hope you have a wonderful, happy, healthy, great, wonderful, awesome February, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hey, my Cancer friends. This is going to be your reading for February, and just getting a general sense of some of the energies you might be experiencing in February. It's not going to be too in-depth. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, just so you get a general overview of what you can expect, maybe some important messages for you here, in terms of, you know, what could be coming for you in February, and what you could, you know, how maybe you'll be responding to it, and how you might want to respond to things. So I see that as your overall tarot card for the month, we have the King of Cups. So definitely a mature, emotional energy in the month of February. I feel like many people will be looking to you for leadership in some way in terms of emotions. You may be somebody that's kind of a mediator in this month. So let's see what else we've got. We've got Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. I feel like many of you are very loyal in your relationships. Identify change. And let's see, Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, yeah, so we have another leadership type of card here. I achieve with integrity. And a leg up, which you can't see. There we go. So let's see here. Yeah, I feel like many of you might have a chance in the month of February to be a leader of some kind, or at least to show off your emotional maturity. There might be situations in which that are around you. Could be some dramas, you know what I mean? And I think it's, you know, what you are being guided to do in this situation is to be a leader in some way. Perhaps to help the underdog for some of you. Oh my God, yeah. Being loyal to those that you love, not engaging in any type of, I don't know, I just feel like not engaging in any type of gossip or politics, you know what I mean? Politics, like for instance in the office or at school, you know what I'm saying? But no, I do feel like there's definitely a leadership quality to you in February. And yeah, there might be people that need your help here with the leg up. And I would just make sure that, you know, you do it, honor your emotions, you know, help those that you want to help, and that you feel is the right thing to do. Like if they're asking you to do anything that, you know, goes against your integrity, I would say, you know, stay away from any of that. But I don't think you'll have a problem saying no and being more, having good boundaries in February. I feel like you're going to have those. So we have identify change. So identify one small change that you've been postponing that would improve your life. This could be anything from cleaning a drawer to getting a new hairstyle. Change, symbolically, can be frightening. Your goal, to recognize that you postpone even small insignificant changes because intuitively you know that they can ignite powerful ones. So some of you could be looking at ways in which to change your life. And perhaps some of you, you know, maybe there have been some things you've been doing that you haven't been loving. And this is a way of reminding you in the month of February to focus more on what you love, being loyal to that, not, you know, and maybe even leading as an example to other people. Maybe you have children in your life or people, you know, that look up to you in some way, that see you as, you know, an emotional leader for them, or, you know, some kind of an example. And it would be, you know, encouraging you to make sure that you're being, you know, you're having integrity towards yourself and what you love. And, yeah, and I do feel like there's some changes, and it could be as mundane as these, what's been mentioned here, you know, cleaning drawers, getting new hairstyles, but it could be a little bit more in some ways for some of you. But I do think that this is a message for you to try to start making small changes to get you to where you want to be, where you will feel emotionally fulfilled, especially with that King of Cups up there, making sure that, you know, you're not throwing yourself off balance in any way, and that you keep up with your, you know, the positive place I think that you're in emotionally right now. I feel like many of you are in that place, or at least have the capability to be in that place. For some of you, if you haven't felt like you've been wanting to be more emotionally stable, it might be, you know, asking for help and realizing ways in which there have been things that have been knocking you off of this, you know, being able to achieve this, you know, kind of like emotional serenity in a way. Perhaps you've been doing things you're not loving. Again, it goes back to being loyal to what you love, being, you know, being loyal to what you want to actually do, and identifying ways in which you can change things to make that, you know, more of your reality. So I hope that helps you, Cancer. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. I'm wishing you a very, 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 very wonderful and happy, healthy, great, awesome, super duper February. Take care, guys. Hey, Leos. It's me, your girl. I'm also a Leo. I'm a Leo rising. Not, that's just my only Leo placement, actually. But yeah, so hello, guys. Let's find out what's going on for you in the month of February, what you can kind of expect, maybe some advice for the month of February, and I'm going to try to keep this very short and sweet. So let's just get into it. We have the Knight of Wands as your overall energy from the tarot. So definitely in your fire energy in February. Probably going after what you want, wanting to go on adventures, seek new things. Let's see how else this is going to fit in. So we have Scarab, Beetle Spirit, so magic works through you. That's kind of cool. And then we've got I Keep the Waters Pure, the Great Gathering, Loyal Heart, and See the Good in Everything. So yeah, let's see. I feel like many of you are trying to keep your, keep yourself pure in some way, cleaning out any negatives from your life, keeping those that are loyal to you, and, you know, with that soul tribe, you know, trying to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people that are, you know, a part of that. Many of you might be looking for this actively with this Knight of Wands, you know, looking for new people to surround yourself with and pursuing some passions. I feel like you're pursuing, more magical things in your life. We have magic works through you, so it could be that some of you are, you know, trying to passionately research topics of spirituality, of perhaps for some of you law of attraction, and you might be focusing on keeping your energy pure, trying to not get caught up in anything too negative, you know, keeping things sunny and happy for many of you. And then we have See the Good in Everything. So on the back it says, this is a day for optimism only. No matter what comes your way, your task is to see only the favorable attributes in it. Your goal to practice the power of positive thinking. Oh yeah, so yeah, definitely probably for some of you are really working on the law of attraction and trying to attract the things that you want. We have the sun there in the card. Isn't that awesome? And the sun, you know, in terms of Leo, that's kind of a cool connection. But yeah, I do feel like many of you might be trying to work on your intuition, though, with all these little moons around her head, and working on tapping into your more spiritual side, learning, you know, something more spiritual, but definitely also as well, working on your positive attitude, trying to see the good in everything. And then we have, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. So some of you have been probably, as I said, exploring your spiritual side a bit more and receiving a lot of intuitive hits. And you might be trying to connect in a community that kind of discusses this, or trying to find people that align with this kind of set of beliefs that you've been developing. And we have Loyal Heart, which is, I'm going to read it out for you guys, because I think that this could perhaps apply to different people in different senses, so let's see. The one thing I love about this deck is that there are different interpretations for different situations. So, fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove that they're faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that the Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, internally, eternally loved, always divinely protected and divinely directed. So for relationships, for instance, your partnership, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. And then prosperity message. Your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world of conditions, where your aspirations for success assume form in reality. Success is finally taking shape. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans while remaining flexible and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. This is a time for a joyful celebration of spirit, your manifesting partner. So yeah, like a lot of manifesting energy here for you guys. And then protection message. Let's read that one and then we'll wrap up. Are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea? Or have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? Could it be that it's become so much a part of you that you wouldn't know who you were without it? Now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all who does not deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things. Let go of the old and all your attachments. Spirit has awesome plans for you. Make some room. So yeah, I think you are going to be looking, if you haven't already discovered people in your life that are loyal, I do think that you're going to be, searching for that soul tribe that will be loyal to you, those friends that can encourage your beliefs, keep your waters pure, what I mean, and and help you, perhaps even like it could be something that some of you are manifesting. But I definitely think that you're going to be a magical manifester in the month of February. You're going to be attracting a lot of great things to you. And let's see. Yeah, for Leo rising people, we do have that all that crazy stuff going on in our 6th house right now. And so we're having a lot of rebirths in the 6th house and all that fun stuff in our daily routine, trying to change who we are on a daily level, and how we interact with the world. So that could be a part of what you've been going through. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know below in the comments. And also as well, I hope you have a wonderful, happy, healthy, awesome, amazing February. Take care, guys. Hey, my Virgos. My sister-in-law's a Virgo. I wonder if she's going to be watching this video. Are you, Sarah? Okay, so let's see what your, stuff that's kind of going to be happening for you in February. We're going to keep it short and sweet. So we've got the 4 of Cups. Your energy in February might be a little bit on the bored side. You might be waiting for something, just not interested in life. Some of you might be going through a little period of feeling like you're depressed. It could be an energy that many of you are going into February with. Feeling perhaps a little bit apathetic about life. We have Rhino Spirit, so overcome any obstacle. Act rather than wait. I think that's interesting right next to that 4 of Cups where he's not, acting. Pleiades, I benefit with gratitude. I speak with good intent. And message in a bottle. So let's see here. Yeah, I do feel like some of you might be mulling over something or maybe afraid to take action towards what you really want in the month of February. Because as you can see in this card, he's very uninterested in what's kind of happening around him. And it's just kind of, like a very, as I said, apathetic type of mood. And I think you're being encouraged to, act rather than wait, It says, think about something that you've been waiting for. Are you waiting for someone to come in your life? For the perfect job or salary? For all your prayers to be answered without having to do anything to help them along? What does waiting do to your stress level? Nothing good, I can tell you that. Usually it gives you more stress, actually. And then, when you think about what you've gotten done, you feel so much better. So your goal is to recognize that waiting rather than taking action is stressful and unproductive. For some of you, you could be waiting on other people. you know, waiting on things to fall into your lap in some way. That's one thing about manifesting, you know. The important thing is to start taking action, to opening yourself up to actions, you know, coming towards you and stuff like that. It's not just wishing and then not doing. I saw a cute little quote from a kid on somewhere, like on Facebook or something, and it was like, you can make a wish, but then you have to do it, or for it to come true, you have to actually do it. So that could be something that some of you are going through. So we have, yeah, Rhino Spirit, so overcome any obstacle. I feel like you have that ability to do it if you would just pick yourself up and get it going. And benefit with gratitude and speak with good intent. I feel like your focus this month should be speaking with good intent. If you are annoyed, sometimes this card can remind me of somebody that's a bit annoyed. It could be somebody is annoying around you. Maybe you're waiting on them. Just, you know, speak with good intent. Try to be nice, you know, and let's see here. And then I benefit with gratitude. That's also another thing that for some of you, and this, you know, I don't want to feel like this is a call out for you, but some of you might be not really appreciating what's around you, not being exactly grateful. Not all of you, but this might be an energy that some of you are in. And because you see this guy's like has this, you know, gorgeous thing coming at him with a cup, and he's not looking at it. He doesn't want to see it. And there might be opportunities around you that you're not seeing, but as well, perhaps you're not being really grateful for some of the experiences you do have around you. And it might be something that you need to be focusing on more, you know, being more, having more gratitude. For some of you, a gratitude journal would be a great thing. I have one of those and I love it. So I want to read the Pleiades. I don't really know much about this stuff. Honestly, when I got this deck, I was not expecting some of these cards, and I'll be honest, I'm not very familiar with it. So, let's just read the guidebook on this. Let me just see. Bum, 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 bum. Where is it? Ah, geez Louise. Oh, okay, yes, it's going to be over here. I bet. You're already doing? Okay, never mind. This is a hard one to find. Activation cards. Oh, okay, here we go, 116. So, channeling and uplifting humanity. The Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission, to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you've been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest, and so perhaps you've already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed. So, you know, this could be saying that there is communication that you need to be doing. You might have some kind of project that you've been putting off for some of you, and it's you know, encouraging you to take, you know, start making those actions. If you want to start a blog, go do it. If you want to start a YouTube channel, get it done. Do it. You know what I mean? If you have any obstacles, you know, you can get past them, I feel like. And then we have message in a bottle. Communication, a sign, pointing the way to your highest good. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, or a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're being pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open for someone might just say the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this. Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. Yeah, for some of you, you might not be following. See how Spirit is kind of, it's like almost like a spiritual being is coming, and you're not seeing the offering that's being given. You might not be seeing some messages about your path, and I feel like that's something you might be focusing on in February, or at least that's my encouragement to you, is to focus more on that, because I do feel like you'll be getting messages from Spirit, messages from, you know, that you need to know. But yeah, for some of you, what is this, like a crane? It looks kind of like a crane. Let's look at, And there's a bird. Oh my gosh, that's like the same bird, right? Is that like a crane or a stork or something like that? Wow, that's interesting that they both have them. So maybe that's a sign for some of you. But yeah, I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Just use my. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just stop here. But anyways, that's what I'm seeing for you guys for the month of, you know, February ahead of us. And I hope that you all have a wonderful month, a great month, a healthy month, a happy month, and a lot of activity getting done and no waiting around. And get it done, guys. Okay? Take care, guys. Okay, Libras, what's up? Okay, this is going to be your little, you know, a blurb for your February, kind of just getting into some general messages that you might need to be hearing for the month of February. So let's get into it. So we have the King of Swords as your overall energy for the month of February. So definitely in your mind and thinking a lot. I feel like there's going to be a lot of thinking, mature thinking, you know. It's not going to be immature thinking. You're going to be thinking logically, rationally, and trying to really perhaps, like, you know, figure things out a little bit more, but not in a way that's, you know, unstable. So definitely a very stable thinking energy here. We have higher power. So some of you might be, you know, really thinking about spirit and, you know, trusting in higher powers in the month of February. We have Otter Spirit, so you're never alone. I am peaceful. Soul Family. See the synchronicity and expect a miracle. Wow. Okay, Libras. I feel like there is I see two cards right away talking about not being alone. Okay? So for some of you, it might be that you've felt alone lately. That, I don't know, perhaps some of you are around a lot of people that aren't very similar to you. Or maybe you're in a friendship groups that, you know, where they don't really align with what, you know, you're believing in the path that you've kind of been going on. Or maybe in general you're just feeling alone in life in some way. Maybe you don't have much family around you, or maybe you don't have very many friends around you. Maybe you moved somewhere new and you just don't know anybody yet. But I do feel like, you know, there is a message here from Spirit that you're never alone. You always have, you know, signs from your guides and your, you know, different things in your life around you for sure. And I do feel like you are going to be calling in a soul family, you know, or you should be. You're encouraged to. So definitely be trying to reach out and put yourself out there to meet new people that are more in line with, you know, what the person that you want to be, right? You want to. One of the most important things is that you surround yourself with people that are expanding for you, that can expand your worldview, that can expand your belief systems, that can expand the way that you see the world and what you believe you're capable of. Because the people that we surround ourselves with, that's what we tend to believe is what we're capable of, right? Those are, you know, when you don't have, that's why it's so important to have, you know, people to look up to. Because they show you that anything, what, you know, what they've done is possible. And that's kind of what an expander is. So definitely trying to surround yourself with people that are expanding to you in some way. And, you know, in the life that you want to live, whatever, you know, lead, not leave. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have see the synchronicity. Take note of all the synchronistic happenings and coincidences that occur on this day, and you know that nothing happens by accident. Your goal, to appreciate the divine details that are woven into every moment of your life. I feel like many of you are seeing strong synchronicities, and you will be in February, and trying to probably figure out what the heck it means. We have expect a miracle as well. So expect a miracle. Something will come into your life that will serve your healing. So be open to it and express gratitude when it occurs. Your goal, to know that the world becomes a vessel for the divine when you see the divine in all things. So I do feel like that's kind of a thing. There might be something where, yeah, you've been feeling quite alone, and there might be something that comes into your life in February, or comes back into your life. You know, it could be someone new or old, I'm not sure exactly, but somebody that brings you some kind of healing in some way. We have I'm peaceful. So I definitely feel like there is perhaps some of you have been shutting yourself off from other people because you just want peace. And, you know, there is an ability to find people that are peaceful to be around. You know what I mean? Like, you could call those type of people in that aren't going to be drama-filled or annoying and difficult. Okay? So, higher power. Let's look into the guidebook here real fast. So, oops. Conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, and committing to a partnership with spirit. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what's the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. Yeah. And the relationship message is actually recognizing that your partnership with spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. So I do feel like there are some people, for some of you, that you will have a chance to meet somebody in February, or maybe you've already met them. And I do feel like they are vital to, you know, you healing and becoming more spiritual. So, and yeah, just remember throughout the month that you're never alone. Even if you have kind of sometimes more like a lot of thoughts and stuff that maybe make you feel. I do feel like that there is a general peaceful energy. I feel like these thoughts are going to be calm. This is the King of Swords. So this person is, I feel like that's going to be something that you're going to be getting into as a more calmer frame of mind, honestly. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be more peaceful and more, definitely more opened. Look at that third eye chakra opened. Yeah. So a lot of synchronicities, perhaps a miracle for some of you. And I feel like, yeah, calling in a true friend or a true, perhaps for some of you, even a true partner as well. So that's what I've got for you guys for February. I hope that you enjoyed this. If it, you know, resonates or seems like it's in line with what you've been going through, let me know, and I will see you in the next reading. And don't forget, have a wonderful, happy, healthy, great, awesome, fun February. Hey Scorpios. So let's see what's going to be happening for you in the month of February. So what kind of energies can you expect, and what kind of energy are you going to be in? What can you kind of, yeah, expect here? Oh yeah, I remember you guys had 2 tarot cards come out. So we have the 10 of Cups and the World. I definitely feel like something for you in the month of February is coming to a happy culmination. I'm not sure if some of you are, I don't know, I want to say that some of you could be getting like married, having a child, a new child could be brought into the family, but just something like is coming to the end, but in a good, happy way. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I would say like a child is born maybe around you, or some kind of happy ending in a way. And then we have eat healthful foods, lion spirit, be generous of spirit. I am open to love in various forms, and mending. For maybe some of you, for a few of you, it could be that you are coming to the completion of a relationship, and this could require mending in some way. Or maybe there's some other emotional cycle that you've been going through. It also could be that you, some of you are learning, coming to some knowledge of what you need to be a happy person, to have the happy ending, to have the happy family. I feel like it's something that's quite important to you as well. And one of the things that I'm seeing here is that I'm open to love in various forms. Perhaps some of you are realizing and wanting to heal some of your relationships, For some of you, you might be understanding more about, and this is going to be for very few of you, okay? Some of you might be understanding more about your sexuality, for instance. That could be for some of you. But I think that for the majority of you, it's going to be about, you're going to have a month focused on love and perhaps fixing some of your relationships, mending yourself. It could even be how to create a more happier family. So if you say you already have a family or relationship going on, coming to some kind of knowledge that tells you, you know, about how to, you know, mend whatever's been kind of going on, keeping things, you know, taken care of in a way. So I definitely see a little bit of a different, you know, lots of different energies here for Scorpios, but we do have lion spirit, so be generous of spirit. Generosity, I think, is going to be a big thing for you in February. You may have generous people around you, but it's also encouraging you to be generous with other people, you know, with your time and being generous of spirit. So if there are relationships where you want to mend them, you know, being generous enough to do that. If you feel guided to do that, right? I feel like many of you, you'll know whether that's something that you have to do or not, right? Because we have Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So I do feel like there is some divine guidance for you. And that could be where this kind of knowledge comes through. That's going to help you kind of start over in some way, or at least understand all the answers, sort of, in terms of helping yourself feel more happy and abundant. Because it doesn't even have to be about family per se, or even relationships necessarily. It's just about the culmination of happiness. We have, yeah, and so with the I'm open to love in various forms, it might be that I had something to say, now I lost the train of thought here. Oh my goodness. I know I already discussed this card, but I had something to say and to tie it in there, but now I forgot the thought. Geez, okay, maybe it'll come back to me. So we have eat healthful foods. And it says, eat only the foods that are good for you. Perhaps this is something you normally do, in which case you should feel very good about how well you're caring for yourself. Most people, however, know that they should be more attentive to this area, but find it difficult. Your goal, to practice healthy nutrition. Yeah, for some of you, it could be that, you know, you find some answers to help you in this month. You're perhaps divinely guided in terms of finding an answer to, you know, a healthy lifestyle, for instance, a diet that will finally work for you, or a diet that seems balanced and, you know, definitely balanced with the world, and also, you know, I would say healthy with the Ten of Cups there. But let's see, anything else I'm seeing for you? I did have something to say about this card. Now I can't remember the thought. For some reason, it just slipped right out of my head, so maybe I wasn't meant to say it, but... yeah. Let's just look at the mending card really fast, and then I'll close this up, or close it off, because I don't want to make it a very long video. I want to make sure it's nice and short and sweet and to the point. Okay, so forgiveness, making amends, and healing after arguments. Each time we're hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. And again, with the relationships, you know, you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart's not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. Right? So, I do feel like there is something that you need to mend, some kind of closure that you need to make happen in the month of February. And I feel like, as obviously, I think all of you know what this is. And we have that be generous of spirit, you know, trying to be a generous person, to be open and loving. And I'm open to love in various forms, even if it doesn't mean, you know, that you're going to, fix this relationship and then get back together with this person, or resume a friendship, or resume a relationship. It could just be, letting something go in order to bring something better into your life. And I feel like for some of you, that could be what's been holding you back. And that's kind of the energy that you're in the month of February, is trying to figure out, how in the heck can I have this happy ending? Like, where's the knowledge? Like, how can I complete this? Like, how can I get there? And for some of you, yeah, you could be closing off cycles with relationships that were once very happy, and, trying to mend. But it as well, like I said, other emotional things could be a factor here as well. This could be something to do with your health as well. Mending your health, mending your attitude towards your health, mending your attitude towards your body, loving yourself. So I feel like it's going to resonate a little bit different with everybody. But yeah, so I hope that helps you guys in the month of February. And I wish all my Scorpios watching a very happy, healthy, fun, awesome, amazing, cool February. Take care, guys. Hey, Sagittarius friends. This is going to be your reading for February. We're going to keep it short and sweet. It's going to be, I don't think, any more than 7 minutes long, hopefully. And so we won't be keeping you here all day. We're just going to give you a quick look into the month of February. So your overall energy for the month of February is the Ace of Coins. Going after something. I feel like many of you are having some kind of inspiration to create more stability. Some of you might be thinking about a new job or starting a new job. Some of you could be trying to, make some goals for the future to bring yourself abundance. Look at that beautiful harvest underneath that coin. So definitely could be some heavenly inspiration here too for you in the month of February. I'm trustful in my relationships. Fork in the road. Share your voice. Porcupine spirit, so time for the beginner mind. Oh, that goes well with the Ace of Coins there. Bring humor into your life and practice the art of transformation. So let's see here. Yeah, so with that Ace of Coins, as I said, there's definitely an energy of wanting to create a new beginning in terms of maybe your health, your finances, your work, your studies. Could be anything like that, but we definitely have that time for the beginner mind. So I think that you're going to be kind of at the beginning of something in February, perhaps still in the planning process. But one thing I noticed here, right here, share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. For some of you, you might be holding back some of your ideas because you're not sure if it's something that is going to be accepted by others. And maybe it's caused you to be kind of at a fork in the road in your life because of, you're not sure how people will respond. Should I go this way or that way? Like, what should I do, kind of, right? Some of you could even be... For some of you, it could be that you want to create a stable relationship with somebody. This could resonate for some of you because we have I'm trustful in relationships, and there might be an energy of not knowing whether you should start a relationship or not because it's like a new beginning. It might be a little bit scary for you. Maybe you've had some negative experiences in the past where you have a hard time trusting other people. But I definitely feel like in any type of relationship, that's kind of your affirmation for the month, is to be trustful in relationships. I'm trustful in my relationships, trusting that you have the right people around you. And, even if you felt persecuted in the past, it's always important to not let that, discourage you from sharing what's inside of you and, making you hide away in some way. Because the porcupine spirit can be very prickly, right? Somebody who's a little bit hard to snuggle up to at times. So maybe you've been in that kind of mode for some of you. And bring humor into your life, right? So it says, think about whether you truly have a sense of humor. Healing is enhanced with humor, and laughter can lighten almost anything. Certainly most day-to-day irritations. Your goal, to bring humor to everything that causes you stress, as this is one of the most empowered responses you can have. And that might be that's actually something I've been trying to do myself, because sometimes I could get annoyed by things, and I notice that if I just laugh at it, it's so much easier. Like, okay, say the other like a month ago, I went into my shower and my husband did not turn off the stupid thing. And so the shower head, the water came out with such pressure that it turned around and sprayed me like in the face. Like, and I was soaking wet. Now, old Lisa would have been pissed. But new Lisa just laughed about it and then got mad later on in the shower when the thing kept twisting to the right. But you know what I mean? Try to see humor in things. This month, if things are, you know, don't be, if you feel insecure about being a beginner in something, or even in general, I think this is just a message that, you know, laughing more, controlling your reaction can really, you know, control how it escalates, right? Because we all know those days where, you know, if one thing pisses you off, it's going to be one thing after another and another and another, and then you're going to end up being a damn mess by the end of the day, right? So it might be just something to think about. So we have practice the art of transformation. Acknowledge one situation in your life that's taking your power. Transform that situation into something positive and maintain that perspective as a spiritual discipline for the entire day. When your spirit slips into negativity, simply breathe and then pray your way back into an inner space of positive visualization. Your goal, to practice the art of transformation. That's interesting. It's like when your spirit slips into negativity, simply breathe and pray your way back in. It kind of goes in line with this. So it might be that there are times where you feel like a beginner in something, and that can be really frustrating when you're starting something out. You know, you might not do things right, you might slip up, but you know, it's just an encouraging thing to just, you know, let it be, let yourself be a beginner. It's okay. You know, it's okay to be a noob sometimes. You know, we're all that way sometime. But you know, if that's something that you're going through, yeah, and then I feel like, yeah, there's definitely a separate message for some of you with relationships, you know, perhaps making a decision this month to, you know, trust somebody or not. If you feel like you can't trust them, you know, deciding to follow more stable, trustful relationships, or trustworthy relationships, I should say. And, yeah. So I think that's a general energy I'm seeing for you overall, Sagittarius, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you do, let me know in the comments below, because I'll see if I'll do this again. I'm not sure if this is something I'll be doing every month. It's just kind of an experiment. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next reading, and I hope you have a wonderful, amazing, happy, healthy, fun February. Hello, my fellow Capricorns. My sister is a Capricorn. I wonder if she's watching this video. Are you, Jess? Tell me. You can message me. Okay, so let's see what your overall, you know, advice and guidance and, you know, kind of what you can expect for February. So we've got the Queen of Wands. Whoa. So you guys are going to be, you know, leading passionately in some way in February. Definitely curbing your passions sometimes, you know. It's not going to be too crazy or too fiery. It's going to be responsible passion. We've got the never-ending story card. Boundaries. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. I remain in balance with my emotions. Trust the great mystery. And pay attention to your body. Okay. Yes, okay, I feel like many of you, okay, but the one thing about the Queen of Wands is that, like I said, it's a more mature energy, and so the more negative energies of fire wouldn't be here, right? You know, the flaring, hot, raging tempers, or overreacting, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a more mature type of energy, and knowing kind of where to put your boundaries and not, you know, in a subtle, you know, firm way without having to freak out about it or overreact, right? And so we have boundaries. Yeah, where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like many of you are going to be trying to tackle that with definitely some strong maturity, right? It's not going to be, I don't feel like you guys are going to be, you know, joking around about it. You'll be firm, but, you know, not over the top. So definitely a mature type of energy here. And then we have, yeah, I remain in balance with my emotions. So boundaries and balance, I think, are going to be something that's very big for you. You're trying to regain, you know, Because probably some of you are really focused on something that brings you a lot of passion, but you want to make sure that it doesn't drain you in any way, devoting too much time to it as well. And then we have Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. Interesting. Okay, let's come back to that. Let's go to Never Ending Story and look at the meaning of that. So the never-ending story. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. Oh yeah, so you might be putting up some boundaries for unnecessary dramas in your life. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It's the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of that is actually true. The sky's not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. And your relationship messages. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of our relationships. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only, wow, I can't read. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Yeah, and it says here, fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of doing it, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through the missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. So definitely there is, some stuff that's been going on in your life maybe where there has been a need for boundaries and more balance. It could be your relationship with yourself. It could be your relationship, like with your, your physical body, your spiritual self, your, or in relationships around you. You might have people around you that are being, a bit dramatic at times. And, I think that February is going to be about you establishing boundaries to protect, your emotions and keeping them in balance. And, also keeping your passions healthy. So today's lesson, on this day, think about one thing that your body requires that it didn't need yesterday. Listen, observe, and pay attention to the physical, emotional, mental, and psychological stresses in your body, and respond to one of them fully and consciously. Your goal, pay attention to your body in every way. Some of you might even be going through something physical, like perhaps like health issues that are maybe even with this whale spirit quite mysterious to you. And I would encourage you guys to pay attention to your body this month, trying to identify, what could be causing stress. Is there a link? Is there something that you're noticing lighting up with it? Like for me, I have, I've struggled with acne for quite a while, since I was about 26 years old, and it came out of nowhere. I never had it before, and I know a lot of it is connected to stress. I notice that, it tends to get worse, during certain periods. So for some of you, that could be a message. Not all of you, but there could be some of you that are, but also seeing how you're reacting to things around you. Actually, my husband was mentioning one of these watches has he was looking at one of these smart watches, and they have an indicator about stress, and you can actually see when your stress is elevated. And so then you can tie it into what's actually causing you stress. Like, what was it? Were you talking to a certain person? Was there a certain situation going on? Were you doing a certain activity? Do you know what I mean? That's, of course, you could get a watch like that, but, you don't have to. You could try to look at, what's, going on in your life. I normally haven't done this in this reading, but I want to read the Whale Spirit card here. So, whale spirit is an ancient creature who was here at the beginning of time and who has seen everything, felt everything, and heard everything that has ever transpired on this planet. In the hidden realms, where all things must gather first before manifesting into form, whale spirit is a keeper, singing the soul of the whole world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. When whale spirit appears, it's a reminder that there is a great mystery that you must accept without intellectually trying to understand it. Some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart, through intuition, and through the peripheral senses that part the invisible veil separating the visible world from the great manifesting consciousness in the hidden realms. Now is the time for you to immerse yourself in the great mystery of spirit and to trust that with the invisible, what you can't see right now are the seeds of your intentions being tended to by angels. Sorry about that. So, definitely seeing that some of you might even be tuning into the mystery of trying to figure out more about what is bothering you. Digging into the stuff about your beliefs, your subconscious beliefs, your, and I feel like it's going to be an active thing that you're doing. I feel like you're going to be pretty passionate about trying to fix up your life in some way, in the month of February. Trying to become a more balanced person and going after that, like trying to make sure that you get to the bottom of everything and, dig deep. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys in February. I hope that you all have a wonderful, amazing, fun, happy, healthy month ahead of you. And, let me know if this resonates, leave me a comment, let me know your sign. And I'll see you all in the next reading. Take care. Hello, my Aquariuses. I love Aquariuses. I have Aquarius descendant, so I attract a lot of Aquariuses into my life, and I like that. So, and my husband's actually an Aquarius. So let's see, what kind of energy are you going to be in February, and what's kind of coming towards you? We have the Eight of Swords. Sorry, I was just trying to read the number there. I was like, wait, how many threes are there? My eyes aren't that great sometimes. So the Eight of Swords, which it totally matches all other images, honestly. I don't know why. I was double checking that. I just didn't want to sound stupid, but then I just sounded slow instead. So we have Nightingale Spirit. Clean it up. Mirror. Appreciate everything. I relate in peace, and I listen to opposing opinions. Some interesting energy for you guys. So, let's see. With the Eight of Swords here, many of you might not be wanting to... You might be in a sense of not really seeing what's going on around you in some way. I think February is an opportunity, though, to get out of this energy. You might have been feeling a little bit stuck in something, stuck in your thoughts, perhaps, about something, not really seeing that intuition that's behind you as well, perhaps, at times. Maybe trying to stay out of emotions as well. But then I feel like it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a two-way street there in terms of thoughts and emotions. I think they often go so well together. I definitely feel like there is a need for you this month to realize that love is around you, that you do have people around that love and care for you. And many of you might not be feeling exactly grateful about that. And I don't want this to sound like an accusation or whatever. Not grateful. Just, you might not be recognizing it. You might not be seeing it, okay? And it could be for numerous things, right? It could be that, well, we'll get into this. Okay, so we have appreciate everything. On this day, affirm, my life is perfect. Appreciate everything and everyone in your life without doubt or expectations. Your goal is to learn that the way to change emotion is to bless and feel grateful for even the most difficult parts of your life. Some of you might be going through a difficult part of your life and you're trying to turn it all off. Like you don't want to feel, you don't want to see what's going on around you. You may not be in a very great place right now. And there might be numerous opinions here. We have, I listen to opposing opinions. There might be, you know, dual opinions here. We have the black and the white, the yellow, the pink, you know. And maybe you're not interested in hearing other people's opinions right now. But I feel like there's something that's triggering you, because we have mirror. Who or what is triggering you, you know? When you look in the mirror, what is it that you're not liking? Or when you know, that's something that you should be looking at, trying to figure out what is bothering you. Whether it's around you in your life, or something within you maybe that is reacting in a certain way to this situation. Now, for some of you, you could be going through really tough things in your life, and it might be difficult situations that you're going through. But I feel like there is a need for you this in the month of February to, you know, dive more into what's been triggering you lately in terms of feeling unhappy. And whether it's something that maybe is inside of you that's going on. You know what I mean? Okay, so clean it up. Getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of just being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. Right, and then with the relationships, because with this, I listen to opposing opinions and I relate in peace. I feel like this could be in relationships, so I would like to read the relationship message here. Time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's a perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up in the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. Yeah, and then here, I just want to read this prosperity message just in case as well. It's kind of short. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself, too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. So yeah, there might be things that you want to say no to this month, you know, but I think it's important for you to listen to the opposing opinions and, you know, maybe for some of you, you know, relate to them in peace, you know, react peacefully, understand it, accept it, and be like, yeah, but yeah, I don't actually want to do that, you know, but in a nice way. I don't feel like being angry is going to help anything. And I feel like speaking with love and peace is going to be key to you getting what you want in your life. And I feel like for some of you, there might be some things triggering you to act that way. And it might be identifying why. Is it because it's, you know, they're not aligning with your goals, or maybe you don't feel loved by them. You know what I mean? There can be numerous energies within this reading for, you know, all Aquariuses, you know. But I said, you know, like 5 times again. I'm trying to stop, guys. It's a bad habit. But yeah. I definitely think there is a need for you to kind of like, you know, take off the blindfold and start cleaning up your life in a way. And it could be like in your house. Like it could be just cleaning up or, you know, taking care of bills. There could be fears that you have around you, you know, inside of you that are scared of these things, to tackle these things. But then you always feel so much better and peaceful after you've done them, right? And so that might be some energy that you're dealing with, Aquarius, this month. And I'll stop right there because I'm kind of going over what I wanted to go over with my time. And I feel like I've, you know, given you a general idea. I hope that this resonates. And if it does, let me know in the comments below. Tell me you're an Aquarius and I'll be giving you a heart. And I hope you all have a wonderful, fun, loving, sweet, happy, fun, healthy month ahead in February. Take care. Okay, last but not least. Hello, my Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you in the month of February. Let's see. Ooh, Ace of Wands, passion, new beginnings. Ooh, that's exciting. Let's see. Ooh, for some of you, this could be with a soulmate. For some of you, you might be beginning something new with a soulmate. So we have I am forgiving, remain centered, dance, and the frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Ooh, okay, so I feel like some of you might be definitely trying to start some new beginnings in February, and this could be related to the soulmate, but I feel like for many of you, this could be related to your lifestyle. It could be with relationships, though. You know, it's of my opinion, of course, this is just my opinion, that we have many soulmates, you know what I mean? It's not just like our, you know, the person we marry or something. It could be our friends, and there may be a relationship you have with a soulmate that needs some work. For some of you, that could be something that you're going through. You may be wanting to forgive someone, but also maybe also forgiving yourself. For some of you, it could be that you've let your house become so cluttered, or you've let your life become cluttered in some way, or you've let yourself slip behind in something. And, you know, like maybe you've gotten behind on some bills, or like student loans, or there could be so many different things in your life where maybe you're feeling like you don't have a control over it and it's just become too much. So, you know, I think that in February you're going to have the energy and the drive to start really tackling these type of issues, okay? And, you know, forgiving yourself, you know, for anything. That's one of the most important things, is not putting yourself into a depression because you keep like thinking bad thoughts about yourself or getting down about the situation. Just forgive yourself. It happened and you can fix it. Do you know what I mean? And you can start it. And I feel like that's an energy that, you know, many of you could be in. We have remain centered. So focus on conscious tranquility. No matter how stressful the day is, your intention is to remain centered and calm. Your goal, to learn that you can control your psychic energy. And dance. Do something to shift your vibration. So I do feel like, yeah, many of you are going to be trying to shift your life in some way, clear out the clutter. For some of you, it could be forgiving old relationships, forgiving yourself for old relationships in search of a soulmate, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that can come out in different ways. Let me just see here. I'd like to read the dance. Let's see, 64. Okay, there we go. So, do something to shift your vibration. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a great, mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat, which governs all life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. In doing so, your body will begin to learn how to be moved by your intuition, which is connected with this systemic beat. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift the energy. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and to find a way to dance along with the beat of life. Dance or do something to shift your energy. So that's why I do feel like that many of you are going to be looking for something that brings you, you know, passion, some new activity, some new adventure where you could start to shift your vibration a little bit, and yeah, clearing out the clutter, starting over. But I feel like it's going to be quite passionate for you, like you're going to be really into it. And then we have the soulmates card, which, let's see, we'll read that one really fast. So harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, or relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into our life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It's always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you cannot possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. Yeah, and then we have consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you are meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. Yeah, I feel like many of you will be focused on that. That might be what some of you are focusing on, clearing out your life in February and trying to like shift your vibration, because you realize that in order to attract that soulmate, you need to kind of fix some things in your life, fix your energy. Yeah, and for some of you, if you already are kind of in contact with somebody that you feel like is your soulmate, trying to fix that relationship for some of you, and get it to a better place. But yeah, that's the energy I'm seeing for you guys in the month of February, and I hope this helps. I tried to keep it short and sweet. Let me know if you like this type of video, if you'd like to see it in March or not. I may or may not do that. I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what kind of response I get, if I think it's, something that people want to see. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you did like it, and give me a like if you want. And I wish you all the very best, and a happy, fun, amazing, cool, healthy, safe February. Take care, guys.